The Republic is a philosophical dialogue written by Plato around 380 BCE. It is one of the most influential works in Western philosophy and is widely regarded as one of Plato's most important and comprehensive works. The Republic begins with Socrates and several other Athenians discussing justice, and quickly evolves into a broader discussion of the nature of the human soul, the purpose of government, and the nature of reality itself. In Book I, Socrates and his companions discuss the nature of justice, with Socrates arguing that justice is the highest good and that it is necessary for the proper functioning of society. They also discuss the various types of government and the importance of education. In Book II, Socrates and his companions discuss the nature of justice further, with Socrates arguing that justice is a matter of the soul and that it is necessary for the well-being of both the individual and the community. They also discuss the nature of the human soul and the various virtues that are necessary for a just society. In Book III, Socrates and his companions discuss the nature of education and the importance of selecting the right stories and myths to teach to the youth. They also discuss the importance of physical education and the importance of music in shaping the soul. In Book IV, Socrates and his companions begin to discuss the nature of the ideal society, with Socrates arguing that the best society would be one in which the rulers are philosopher kings. They also discuss the various virtues that are necessary for the rulers of such a society, including wisdom, courage, and moderation. In Book V, Socrates and his companions continue their discussion of the ideal society, with Socrates arguing that the rulers must be philosopher kings who have been educated in the ways of truth and justice. They also discuss the nature of the soul and the importance of living a virtuous life. In Book VI, Socrates and his companions discuss the nature of the philosopher and the importance of contemplation and reflection in the pursuit of truth. They also discuss the nature of the forms, which are the ultimate realities that underlie the world of appearances. In Book VII, Socrates and his companions present the famous allegory of the cave, which is a metaphor for the process of enlightenment and the journey from ignorance to knowledge. They also discuss the nature of the forms further, with Socrates arguing that the form of the good is the ultimate reality and the source of all knowledge. In Book VIII, Socrates and his companions discuss the various types of government and the inevitable corruption that occurs when power is in the hands of the wrong people. They also discuss the nature of the soul and the importance of living a just life. In Book IX, Socrates and his companions discuss the nature of tyranny and the various factors that lead to the downfall of societies. They also discuss the importance of justice and the need for individuals to live virtuous lives. In Book X, Socrates and his companions discuss the nature of the afterlife and the immortality of the soul. They also discuss the various punishments that await those who do not live virtuous lives. Overall, the Republic is a comprehensive exploration of the nature of justice, the human soul, and the ideal society. It presents a vision of a just society that is governed by philosopher kings and is widely regarded as one of the most important works in the Western philosophical tradition. Its ideas have influenced countless philosophers, politicians, and thinkers throughout the centuries, and it continues to be studied and debated by scholars today.